Hi everyone! So I thought I would do a question and answer about like my boob job basically, and about breast augmentations, and just basically just round up everything that's happened, because I know if you've been watching my vlogs you'd pick up things here and there that I'm saying, but I think it's just good to like round it all up on my whole experience basically. The camera's set up at a weird angle, so if you're wondering why I'm not looking at the camera, it's because it's like over here. It's a weird angle. I'm getting used to this. I'm not a YouTuber vlogger kind of person, but I'm getting used to it. So I hope you enjoy this video, and if you do have any more questions then please leave them down below and I will answer them as best as I can based on my experience. So question 1 that I've got wrote down, I've got 13. So the first one is, what size did you get and how do you know what size to get? So how it works is you don't just say I want to be a double D, you don't walk in and say that. It works on CCs. So I started off, when I went in to get my consultation, I thought I was a 32B. Now I wore the Maximise padded bras, so I didn't even fill them out, but I actually, because I've never been measured, see, because I didn't have any boobs, I thought there's no point in me going and getting measured, I'm just going to wear this padded bra and I'll be fine. So when I got my consultation I was then told that I was actually a 30A, so I wasn't working with much fat going on there. So I just wanted something a bit more natural. You could tell from the 30 that I'm very narrow, like I'm not sure if you can kind of see, I'll kind of try and show you here. You know, I'm quite thin, and you know, I'm petite for being 5'6", you know, I feel like I'm very like a pencil, that's what I call myself. So I wasn't wanting anything that's too big for my body shape, because I'm really ridiculous, because I've got quite a small stomach, so I'm not wanting these big balloons. So I went for 290cc, which makes me a full C basically. So I now wear a 32C. So yeah, I wear now a full C, which I think fits my body shape so much better. Like, they obviously looked a bit bigger when I got them done, so the swelling has went down. I feel like I could have went a wee tiny bit bigger. So when it comes to knowing like what size to get, I think in your consultation they'll tell you exactly what's going to suit your body shape, and they're not going to give you any expectations that aren't going to be suitable for you basically. So I wouldn't go in thinking I want massive ones. If you've got a little chest like me, I would think it was just bad for your body, you're going to be in a lot of pain, and the end result I think can be a bit more different, because you're probably like me, like if you've not got a lot to start with, you're like, I want boobs, but the best solution I wouldn't suggest would be to get massive ones. I think more natural is going to suit you in the long term. You know, don't get greedy when it comes to wanting them massive, because they're not going to be, you're not used to them. So if you get absolutely massive ones, I just don't think it would be like what you'd want in the end basically. You know, I think that's just my personal opinion on that one. So the second question, what is the recovery time? It's different for everyone, honestly. So I was in bed for 4 days straight, didn't really move, didn't leave my room at all, but on the 5th day I was out shopping, I was able to drive by the 5th night, I was able to, like, my arms weren't sore. I think it was the first 2 days I couldn't really like get changed properly, but by the 5th day, you know, I was able to just like, you know, stretch, move, so I was fine to drive, etc. So yeah, I was fine after that, but you can't exercise for 6 weeks, no heavy lifting and all that. I'm lucky enough that I work from home, but I would suggest that minimum is a week to take off work, because I felt so sick, I'll tell you that. I was sick quite a few times, I think 2 days maybe, because you're on a lot of medication. I couldn't sleep without the tablets basically, because it's so uncomfortable, I will tell you that. It's not like it's unbearable pain, it's just no one prepares you for it. I wasn't prepared for it. It's like having 6 belts wrapped around here. You can't breathe, you can't move. It's just attached, especially if you're not used to having boobs. No one prepares you for it, no one, and you don't understand it until you've been through it. So yeah, like I said, it's hard to talk about recovery time because everyone's bodies is going to be completely different, and especially I think mine was a lot easier because I didn't go for a very large size, meaning my skin wasn't overly stretched. I went for a size that's going to just suit me. It's not massive, it fills a bra, which is my goal. I wasn't wanting big fake like footballs. I don't know, I wasn't aiming for that whole Katie Price look. So yeah, I think my recovery time was pretty good. You know, I was up and about moving pretty easily actually, so I'm actually quite proud of myself. I thought I was going to have quite a hard recovery time, but talking about it now, like I'm 3 weeks and 1 day post-op, like, which is scary because it's like when you're going through it, it seems like the longest week of your life, but at the same time it was like the shortest. It's a hard one to explain until you actually go through it. But yeah, what I kept in my head the whole time was like, it's going to be so much worth it, you know, that I'm just going to have a bad week, which I always have. You know, it was good to just kind of lie about, but it does get hard on you, like, emotionally. That line about not being able to do anything and having to like constantly get people to do things for you and not being able to leave the house because you can't just like go drive or whatever. So I would say that was mentally and emotionally quite difficult for me. I was kind of glad to get out and be around company. So I would just suggest that you've got someone with you all the time for at least the first 4 days, because you don't want to be pushing yourself doing anything because it is quite difficult. But yeah, I think on the 3rd day I was able to wash my hair actually, which I was surprised at because I've got a weave, so I thought this is going to be terrible. It's already horrible as it is washing it. That was fine. See, because I could lift my arms because I didn't overly stretch my skin. I didn't go for massive boobs, so I wasn't in that much pain. I was very bruised on one side because one was really swollen, and I was very bruised here, so I couldn't touch anything. So I think for the first week I didn't really look at myself, if I'm honest. So I was kind of like, okay, I don't know what's going on down there, because I was really uncomfortable, so I didn't want to, and the bruising was unbearable a wee bit. But I was perfectly fine after it, you know. So yeah, worth it. So the third question, I actually want to split this video into 2 in case I'm wearing different clothes in the next one, because there are 13 questions, so I don't want to be here all night because it's getting quite late. The third question is, what am I able to do after it? Basically kind of what I covered in that one. You are kind of limited in what you can do. I wouldn't push yourself. I would just say take a week out to chill. You need it, your body needs it. You're in a lot of pain. You've got a lot of medication going on in your body. You've been through a big operation. So I would honestly, what I done was got Netflix, chilled in my bed, got the triangle pillow, I got some snacks, but I didn't have an appetite, and you probably won't either. Lots and lots of juice. Yeah, basically just chilled. It's a time to just relax and enjoy, you know, the moment, you know, because you've probably wanted this for a really long time like me. So just take that time to let your body heal, and yeah, just think by 1 or 2 weeks after that moment, you know, you'll be fine. You know, you'll be getting on with your life and you're going to have a pair of boobs. So at the end of the day, that is the result you're wanting. So 4 other different shapes to choose from. So yeah, obviously there's a round one and there's a teardrop one. I went for a round shape. Basically I went in and just said to my surgeon, you decide, you know. I knew enough about it, but I was confident enough in the person doing it that they could look at my body and decide for me, basically. Because there's all well going in with, oh, I want absolutely massive teardrop boobs, high definition, whatever. But if at the end of the day, they know better. They've seen different body shapes. They've seen the end results. So I was like, what do you think will look better on me? And obviously they suggested that, and I went along with it, and I'm happy with it, you know. So the teardrop one is a quite more natural shape, you know. Obviously it is. So yeah, the teardrop one is more natural, but because I went for quite a small size, I'm able to get away with the round shape one. But I would suggest if you were getting like something like 400cc or 350cc to go for a teardrop, because that would look more natural overall. But mine were too small, so like it wouldn't have made much difference, honestly. So I just kind of went for the round one. So question 5, how long does surgery take? So surgery takes about 1 hour basically. I went in at 1:30. I sat about, surgery was at 2:30, and then, you know, you're dozed out, so I don't actually remember. But it was about 4 o'clock when I kind of woke up and was starting to be like, oh. And you sit about for 3 hours. This is if you go under general anaesthetic. Local anaesthetic. The difference between is general, like you stay overnight in a hospital or whatever, but with local you get to go away the same day basically, which suited me better because I wanted to be back in my bed. You know, I did get told, you know, that you were going to be kind of awake because it is local, but I was gone. As soon as they put that gas mask on, half a second, I think, later, one breath, I was like, gone. Don't remember a single thing, didn't feel a single thing, because I heard stories people were like, awake during it and you could feel it, and I was like, huh? That better not happen to me. I don't want to feel anything. I don't want to see anything. If I see any blood, anything, I'll be gone. I didn't feel a thing, so it was amazing. I woke up apparently and was like, oh, I was having such a nice dream. I can only imagine how ridiculous I'm like lying there like, just for loving life. That is what it's like after you wake up, because you're all drugged up. So yeah, basically it is like quite a short surgery, which is what I kind of like about it. So yeah, so I don't think it's much to worry about. It's nothing too like massive and nothing to really worry about. If that's something you are considering a breast augmentation, I wouldn't be put off by like the length of the surgery or anything. I think it is quite a short one considering what's going on. So question 6, how do I know who to go with? This is just a personal preference really. What I recommend is you go to like at least 3 people, get a consultation, and then by that you can work out the pros and cons of them, and it all comes down to who you're comfortable with. You know, I went to a few people, but I was more comfortable with Augment Me. I was more comfortable with the whole staff, the area. I just kind of got a feeling, and I thought I can kind of see myself being in here, and you know, I'm in good hands. So yeah, definitely 100% do your research. As a big thing, you are stuck with them, so you need to make a good decision. It's all about looking at like before and after pictures, reading reviews, if anyone you know, ask them about it, ask them about their experience. Just find out as much information as you can basically. That's kind of what I did before it, and I was definitely in good hands. So I'm back doing the second part of my video. I've got a new setup. Okay, so I think I was on to the 7th question, which was how is sleeping after surgery. This is the one thing that's actually going to really be the thing that's testing you. Like, see if you're used to like 12 hour sleeps like me practically beforehand, then all I can say is like get a lot of sleep before you get surgery, because for the next 2 weeks at least it's going to be hellish. It's going to be hellish. So you need to get one of those triangle pillows like I mentioned. I got one off eBay for £6, so it's like ideal because it sits you up, because you need to be sitting up. I think that's the thing I found really difficult, because the way I go outlet a light like straight to sleep is when I sleep on my belly. Obviously you can't do that because now you've got boobs. So yeah, having to like sleep like that was really like hard for me, I found. Because it was so tight and I was in so much pain, I found that I couldn't even just like even move like that. So the whole night for like 8 hours I'd just be lying there like so the first 4 nights I never got any sleep, I will be honest with you. Never got anything. The first 4 days were probably like hellish for me. I was so drained. I was so drained from all the tablets, the lack of sleep, the wanting to be sick, the no appetite. I was just like everyone's worst nightmare. Like, so please expect that. Like, if you are like that the first couple of days, it was so normal. It was so normal, and it goes away. I can tell you that right now. It goes away. Thank God. So yeah, just be prepared for like a roller coaster of like emotions when it first comes, and you'll probably all get upset. Like, I think it was like the 5th night I was just crying all night because I was so emotional, because I was so tired and I just felt quite alone. You know, all these emotions go through your head because you've not slept. But everyone is kind of different, so you might. So number 8 is how long until I can exercise after surgery, and that is 6 weeks. 6 weeks for anything fast walking, any type of exercise or something that's going to get your heart rate up. 6 weeks. So yeah, don't even chance it. Even if you feel fine after 3 or 2, don't chance it. 6. So I'm struggling, you know, because I like to stay active, but at the worst at the end, and even when I go to the gym now, I'm going to feel so much more confident like when I wear a sports bra. So think of the end result when it comes to these things. So number 9, can I still breastfeed if I have kids? 100%. They are boobs, you know, they were boobs before you put silicone implants in them, so you can still definitely do that. There's no like problem with that. Number 10, why shouldn't you go from very small to very large in one go? And this is exactly why I never. If you've got small boobs, I had a 30A, I wouldn't go to like a 34 double D or something straight away. Like, why would you want to do that? You'd be in so much pain, your recovery would be terrible, your body just could not handle it. I think you need to like process this. If you have 30A like I did, you're going to look stupid if you have like absolutely massive boobs. So you need to be very, very sensible when it comes to these things, because you're stuck with them, you know. It's a big decision, so you need to like understand what your body's going to look like after it. And I knew that I didn't want big stupid things that were going to make me very out of proportion, because I don't have a big bum or hips. If you have those things, then obviously you can go a wee bit bigger, but don't overdo it, because your body can only handle so much. Like, my recovery was like really good because I didn't overdo it, you know. And now they're a nice size that they actually look normal. When people are like, "You've had your boobs done?" I thought they were like your own ones, and I'm like, no, I had nothing to begin with. So I would not overdo it, but your surgeon will definitely recommend a size that your body can handle, so speak to them about it if you do want to go a bit bigger than you already are, like if you are small. 11, how much does it usually cost? About £3,500 is probably like the average to 4,000. So for pricing, I have a breakdown sheet here for what mine would have cost. So altogether it comes to £3,699, and that includes a consultation with the plastic surgeon, the Vectra imaging scan, which is the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life. If you watch one of my vlogs, it kind of gives you a picture of it and I kind of talk about what it does. Amazing. Like, seriously blown away by like technology these days. And basically it takes a scan of your body, looks like an X-ray kind of thing, and on the computer pops up your body, very detailed, that you could see like my tattoo, my patchy tan, everything. And what it does is it lets the surgeon put in implants, so you can actually see for yourself what your boobs would look like, and also you can put on like a bra as well, so you can see what clothes look like on. And this helped because I wasn't sure what, like, obviously I wanted them to look like from the front, but I was quite particular what I wanted to look like from the side. I didn't want too big things that were going to stick out because I'm so narrow, so I wanted a more natural look, and that Vectra scan really done the job for that. And then the implants are £3,499, and then also the post-op care, which is 1 week, 1 month, 3 months and 6 months. That's all the appointments, so you're constantly going and checking up and you're constantly in good hands. So yeah, so I went with Augment Me, just in case anyone's wondering, and that's the kind of pricing that they work off of, which I think is amazing. Like, seriously really good, and it's high quality, like 100%. So yeah, just do your like research when it comes to pricing as well, you know. Don't just think I want the cheapest one, and then don't also think I want the dearest one, because that's not always the best as well. So meet yourself halfway in the middle, and then you'll definitely find the best one. So yeah, that's the pricing for that. And we've got one question left, which is, do you regret anything? And that is no. So yeah, definitely no regrets. I thought we'd kind of wear a more revealing top, not to show too much, but last time I was a bit covered up. But I thought we're just going to show you what we're working with here. Nothing too like in your face, fake Jordan kind of look. So I'll kind of just show you from the side. You know, I'm just happy with it, like all together, you know. They sit really well, you know. This is I'm 4 weeks post-op now. So before they're obviously very high profile and very swollen. So this is them. They're not swollen anymore. You know, they're not. It's funny. Like, I'll just scudge them together a wee bit. It's a bit strange because they don't obviously move as much, which is what I kind of like about them. I think it's good that they're just kind of stuck there. And but I'm just more confident now, like 100%, like in clothes. Because basically, like, mine kind of looked like this, but I was wearing one of those maximised bras. Sometimes I was like stuffing it, like I was like doing anything just to make clothes look better. I kind of hope you've enjoyed this question answer. I hope it's kind of like give you an insight into like my experience or things that you might not have already known. But just to clarify, I went for 290cc, which made me a full C. So now I'm a 32C and I started off at a 30A. Which I think is a really natural size, you know, it's not in your face, it's just enough boob to like fill out a bikini, like, or a top or a dress, which is like my like top goal. I didn't want big balloons stuck to my chest because I'm so like narrow as it is. So yeah, if you're wanting a kind of more natural look and results, and you're in like the Glasgow or Edinburgh area, definitely get a consultation with Augment Me if that's like what you're considering, like a breast augmentation, because you're definitely going to be in good hands. Because my whole experience, like, couldn't fault it, like not even one bit of it. Like, literally was so comfortable. The aftercare was amazing.